Yes, YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to help you guys navigate the ban that's currently going on Instagram. We've had a big ban wave going on over the last kind of month now, give or take. So we've kind of took a step back, measured the situation, understood why these bans are occurring, understood how to kind of overcome them to a certain extent to help our models and help our clients. And I'm going to obviously break down how we're doing it in this video to you guys. So hopefully you guys get some raw gems, raw value, and let's get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my screen and I'll walk you guys through it. So guys, this is the playbook that we're currently using, and this is how you guys can use it in your own agencies to essentially help improve the results for your Instagram accounts. So first things first, you need to understand the platform enforcement and why this is currently happening. Now, platforms typically employ AI-driven content scanning and pattern detection, all that kind of stuff. This is just basically to help reduce spam accounts at the end of the day, right? The CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri or something along those lines, he's a good person to follow because he'll give you kind of updates on the platforms ahead of time to help you understand what's evolving, what's going on, so you can stay ahead of it to mitigate risk and bans and situations for your Instagram accounts, right? But Instagram are forever evolving and forever updating. And the recent is basically having more AI-driven content scanning mechanisms and pattern detection. So the more you can erupt those pattern detections, the better you're going to have on Instagram as a whole on the platform. Their goal is to pretty much reduce liability, protect younger users, and maintain advertisers and user trust. They're doing this to basically reduce spam accounts, reduce non-safe work on there, reduce crypto scams and all that kind of stuff, reduce trading scams and just financial kind of scams on Instagram platforms, right? And that usually comes from lower quality accounts, lower quality spam accounts, and low quality trust score based accounts, right? Reality is you know, bios and links in bios are now probably going to be the biggest factor that's going to link to bans. Okay, that's not the only factor, of course. Type of content, the IP of the accounts, the type of captions are being ran, okay? All these things do play a big part, but nowadays, and especially the tests that we've seen in the last 3 weeks, is the bans are coming heavily from the bios and the links in the accounts, right? So you would have seen a lot of people in the OFM space switch to link in highlights, okay? But of course, traffic massively was reduced off the back of this, right? Another thing is device fingerprinting, identifying accounts are connected to devices. They typically get chain bans. It's happening a lot more frequently now. Whereas for us in the past, we didn't really experience that much chain bans. Now, if we have multiple accounts on a single device, we've seen a lot more chain bans happen, especially if the same link is attached, especially if it's all created within the account center that's attached. We have seen much higher ban rates come off the back of this. So we do have a real farm right now, so we are able to replace accounts and replace phones pretty well. But if you're using the same phone over and over and over again and they're continuously getting banned and banned and banned, there is no hardcore evidence that suggests that one phone is device banned. I don't think it's technically a thing, but we've seen way more common experiences of one phone that's been banned many times continuously fly and get new accounts banned when we created fresh accounts on that same phone. So just have that in mind, okay? Of course, there's been more enforcement with the AI detections based off explicit content, bot behavior, and profile abuse. Profile abuse being spamming accounts, loads of accounts all at once. Bot behavior is just literally acting as if a bot. That always has gotten flagged on Instagram, so just be careful with that. And explicit content is obviously getting flagged even more now. You have to be even more safe, show less skin on the content that you're posting for your clients. So typically, this is what we've been seeing that's been getting flagged. We've been seeing brand new accounts get flagged, okay? Pretty much profiles under 30 days aged get more scrutiny, okay? Get more attention. Suggested imagery, so bikinis, nudity, sexual captions, these all tend to be getting flagged. Automation patterns, so if you do like mass follows, bulk DMs, rapid engagement triggers, liking and scrolling, like scrolling, like comment, all those things are getting flagged more than ever nowadays. You need to really mix it up, add a more of a human instinct to it. I train my chatters to act as if they're a human. Literally go on the remote phones, pick it up, okay, and then go ahead and act as a normal user, post a story, leave. We don't even have to post in that session, right? And then come again, post. Look at the stories, look at comments, go on the For You page, search in Will Smith on the Explore page, just act as if you're a normal user, okay? That's gonna be the biggest win that you can get from this. Next, connected accounts. Do not have multiple accounts in the same account center. That just leads to way more flags we've noticed, okay? Create every single account under a fresh IP, under a fresh email and phone number, username, all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's all fresh. Destination URLs, landing pages with explicit content, activate monitoring. These do tend to get flagged way more, so try to have your landing pages as clean and as crisp as possible. Try to avoid using any key flag word like OnlyFans or exclusive content. All the shit that you see everyone else doing, try to avoid doing that, okay? Because the gems and the money lies where no one else is. That's a big tip I'm gonna give to you guys. So this is a myth one that we've seen across multiple channels on YouTube and multiple advice going on Telegram. And this is what you guys should be doing. So myth one is IP address bans. Reality is only 5% of bans are truly IP related, okay? And if you do, you just need to rotate IP, use mobile hotspot, airplane mode, close the app, unairplane mode, open the app, and you should have a new IP. Another myth is that real users rarely depend on proxies, okay? So proxies, people use proxies all the time on Instagram, think they're hiding from Instagram, which in reality isn't the case. Real organic users on Instagram don't use proxies. I don't use proxies on my personal account. You don't use proxies on your personal account. Billions of users on Instagram don't use proxies on their personal accounts. So why would you be using proxies if you're trying to do like an organic real farm, for example, right? It doesn't make sense. Unless you're doing jailbreak, which is a completely different kettle of fish. If you're doing organic, there's really no need to be running proxies on your accounts. Test your connections from different routers. Standard mobile data equals completely safe. That is the best way to do it. 4G data, completely fresh for that particular phone, that particular set of accounts. Your next phone should have a different 4G data and have a different set of accounts on them. That has been working the best. Again, if you do get continuous flags on the one device, you can reset the device ID, iCloud ID, and factory reset the device. That can help for sure as well. Home Wi-Fi equals no automatic flags. Yes and no, we have ran phones just through the home Wi-Fi. Does it increase flags? Yes. Do we get automatic flags? No. 100% isn't directly related, but it's always safer to have fresher 4G data on each phone, each device, each account that you're running. You'll see way less, way less issues off the back of that. Avoid using VPN services entirely. Yes and no. Some people say VPNs work fine. Some people have said VPNs don't work fine. Again, best case scenario is just to have your 4G data. VPNs actually increase risk. Technically, yes, it would increase risk. It's not normal behavior on the platform and it will lead to more detection. Standard connections never trigger flags. Myth 2 is link server selection. So your link aggregator choice, and it doesn't matter, okay? You can use Linktree, you can use Beacons, you can use LinkMe. There are so many out there that are available to the market. Do some get flagged more than others? Potentially. Is there hardcore evidence that says Beacons get flagged more than Linktree? Not really. It's mainly to do with what's on your landing page and how you produce your landing page, okay? And it's also to do with like, if your link is continuously blasted on like hundreds of accounts, of course, that link is gonna get flagged, right? So I typically would have either one link per account or one link per phone, okay? Fresh link per phone ideally is working the best for us right now. And in terms of your landing page, explicit imagery, you're gonna get way more account reviews. If you have sexual content on your destination, again, it's gonna get more flags. If you're switching link services, won't typically fix your landing page problems. If you have really unsafe for work blasted content on your links, of course, you're gonna get more flags, you're gonna get more bans. Make it as safe as possible, use as minimal skin as possible, and be very tricky and clever on the way that you use your wording and your content on these landing pages, as this will definitely help reduce your bans. Focus on the destination, not really on the service. At the end of the day, most of these services do work fine. It's more on the landing pages and what you put on the landing pages that's gonna affect your conversions and affect your bans. So this is our pretty much end-to-end account setup, account launch that we're currently using. And this is how we're currently doing it. So we use legitimate hardware. We use actual real iPhones. We don't really use any Androids anymore, but we use physical iPhones for our typical remote farm. We register them authentically, normal sign-up process, create an account for Instagram app. We use a Age Gmail. We use phone numbers directly. We don't use any automation through this process. We just act as if we're a normal human, okay? We literally create the account and we let the account sit for 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, will then establish natural patterns. 3 to 7 days of scrolling before posting, 3 days of like warming up the feed, following your models in our niche, following pages in our niche, liking, commenting, reposting, just acting as if we're a normal user. Again, following organic accounts in your niche. Don't do a spammy follow. Don't go on and follow models followers and spam follow all the people in there. That will most likely lead to flags on your account. Delay monetization. We start posting content typically around 4 to 5 days. Okay, it says 3 to 7 days there. We've actually reduced that more now. So about 4 to 5 days, we'll start posting on the account. Okay, 2 reels per day. Okay, again, warming up still, engaging within the USA market, engaging with ESPN, all that kind of stuff. Just trying to make the account look as real as possible. And then we typically don't add the link either within 14 days or if an account starts to really ping going viral. If we have an account that's on like 200, 300, 400K views on a video, we'll then add the link. Again, we'll just add it straight to the bio. Best ways to safeguard your account. Important. Most unbanned services, unbanned methods are a scam. Like there's reps that you see people selling. It's really like unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? Like you can pay an unbanner like 2-3K to unban an account and they'll just say, you know, the rep got fired or it's unavailable right now or this, that. There's loads of excuses that we've seen and had personally and guys in my network that have had personally. So prevention is your real strategy here. Okay, guys, delay links in bios. Okay, try to delay having a link in bio for as long as possible, unless you're really pumping views and you're going viral, then you don't want to waste that traffic, right? Accounts without external links typically get better algorithm reach, but at the end of the day, we're here to monetize on our reach. We're not just here to get reach, so play with that as you will. You need to be monitoring your account status weekly, if not daily. Realistically, that should be said daily. We continuously monitor our account status daily. We maintain neutral engagement rhythms, so post continuously, not posting obsessively. We post, not posted crazily, right? We're not just spamming posts, we're trying to act as if a normal user would act. And of course, avoid adding a link in suspicious periods. When your account's flagged, don't add the link, remove the link if anything, it will help you. Try to act as humane as possible. At the end of the day, you want to be building your authentic brand. Okay, it depends what method you're doing. If you're going down the spam method, this doesn't apply as much. If you're building more organic based accounts, you want to build an authentic brand. You want to have your models tell a story, have a niche within Instagram, and that is going to get you much higher LTVs. We do a mixture of both. We have brand building accounts. We have a lot of spam accounts as well. We do pump and views to fuel our brand accounts. We do a lot of smaller accounts that are just directed against subs for us on a daily basis. We try to get accounts achieving like 500 to 1,000 free subs per day. And then we're continuously building our larger brand-based accounts. Storytelling, you can create really funny comedy sketches with a niche, relatable scenarios, narratives, behind the scenes. Like this stuff does work really well, like day in the life of models. You see Camilla and all these big models out there do all this kind of stuff. Daily routines, unfiltered moments. This is like pretty much what's gonna be brand building. That's what's gonna like help the subs connect with the models directly and really build that connection, which will improve the LTVs. Audio signature, developing recognizable sounds, catchphrases, music choices. Try to stay on brand with that. Confidence matters with your tasteful presentation. Quality is always gonna matter more than quantity, unless you're doing the spam method. So if you're going more organic, brand building method, try to focus on the quality type of content that you're doing and understand what can potentially go viral. Like you should be studying the market within your model's niche and understanding what's going viral for other models. How can you adapt this to your model and pump that out at a good volume? Okay. One client doubles followers, your earnings can increase by 9,000 if not more. So if your account is restricted, this is like our 90% success rate protocol that we do. So let's say an account gets flagged, this is how we get the account back. And this is happening more frequently than ever as Instagram is doing a lot of platform changes. So this is a step protocol that you can use. So first things first, you want to go to account status. You want to delete the flag content immediately. Don't appeal, okay, just delete the content. You see a video, 2-3 videos that get flagged, just delete all of them, okay? You then want to wait 24 to 48 hours. The algorithm will then change and look at the profile again, and maybe more content will be flagged. Then go ahead and delete that content. If the ban has to be lifted, okay, which means your account is now in green, which means your account doesn't have the yellow flag anymore on the account status, which means you get pushed to non-followers, you can then continue to post on the account, okay? If the ban doesn't get lifted, then try to appeal, try to contact Meta support if it is a large account. If it's permanently banned, just log out, create a new one, and keep going and keep going and keep going. Unless it's a really big branded account, then we would only go ahead and contact Meta support. Most case scenarios, we just create a new account and we just crack on, right? The main reasons that you get flagged is for either link in the bios, bio captions itself, content that's over nudity. We get some kind of violations on integrity, all that kind of shit. So these are things that can happen in OF. That's just the reality of it, right? This is our protocol in terms of getting rid of that. So your path moving forward is really as follows. You need to understand platform enforcement, understand how the platforms try to protect their users and advertisers. You need to build and develop not only your own branding for your models over appearance alone. The brand is huge, the niche is huge, the way they come across to the market is huge. That's what's going to get you your subs. But you need to also understand the algorithm. What makes things go viral? What makes things push volume? What makes things do improved conversions? Understanding your funnel, understanding how things convert in your funnel, understand your numbers to a T, okay, retention, conversion rates, subscription return rates, all that kind of stuff, LTVs. That is going to help you understand what content to create, so then go ahead and push it into the market, okay? You then want to ensure you're protecting your accounts, okay? Natural human behavior, avoid automation if possible, if you're doing organic branded accounts. You want to monitor and catch issues before they escalate with the account status and all that kind of stuff. And try to make sure your account has the highest trust score possible. Posting it continuously, not acting like a bot, not doing mass actions. Okay, try to act as if you're a normal human on the account, and you'll see much better results from your Instagram. So hopefully it all makes sense, guys. Any questions, drop a comment below. We do have a public Telegram group for guys that are looking to scale and understand and learn OFM that I document behind the scenes. Plenty of results in there. Case studies, day-to-day wins I share in there. Day-to-day L's that I share in there, so you guys can gather a true understanding of OFM and how things are working. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.